Starting the day at the Goodwill with the boy. My name's TENDO. We do a lot of thrifting around here. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, please. Pretty please. And then stick around. Is that what I think it is? I'm pretty sure this is what I think it is. I think this is an HP printer that is battery powered, yes. I've always wanted a better one of these. The older school ones of these had a lot of internal issues. But honestly, looking at this, I've got pretty high level of confidence that it would work well. I don't currently have a need for a portable printer, but I'm buying this. There's no way I'm not buying this. There's zero chance I don't buy this. I'm not even gonna look it up. It could actually be considerably valuable. These are not that common. Yeah, so built-in power supply, so you just regular 2-prong. It charges, you take it on the go. I imagine it's color. I don't have access with it turned off to the e-cartridges. And this is new enough that the battery's probably still going to hold charge. Unfortunately, the older school ones were cool because the battery was removable. Easily replaceable. It looks like this is too. I don't know how easy to find this battery is going to be. And that does not feel like it's going to hold a lot. I'm all about portable though. We're buying it. It's 100% bought. Crazy. Crazy find. $10. I wish it was cheaper, but yeah. I still actually own a school bus, and I still have these future plans to sort of deck it out and make it a mobile home. So this is going in that box. I have a box of things in my storage unit for it. Hilariously, I'll show you this next to my big Canon printer. You can see the absolute immense difference. I'm gonna go ahead and look it up. HP Office 250 mobile jet, all in one. It turns out I might not be keeping this. Holy shit. This must be literally the one. If you need a battery powered printer, this must be the most current one that you're gonna want to buy. Listed right off the bat, $300-400. Last sold, an offer on $115, $260, $125. Okay. We have a huge limit now. Do we keep it? Do we sell it? I don't know. I really want it, but oh my God. JJ, you want your first pair of nunchucks, buddy? You know your grandpa is really good with a pair of nunchucks. He was a big Bruce Lee fan. Day 3 of not buying that vinyl cutter. Still not. I want it, but we're not gonna do it. What are you smiling at, buddy? What are you so big smiles about? Look at this Harry Potter looking shit. Doesn't that look like something that Dumbledore would have the pensive in? Tell me it don't. Did y'all watch yesterday's video? Those Marvel vinyl. Someone done got them. Was it one of y'all? No, I'm sure somebody came in right after me and got them. Just double checking there's nothing new. I don't think. Is it 1069?
Yes.
I had a sneaking suspicion this printer would be a little bit valuable. It's definitely exceeded my expectations. But there's always things like this where it's a niche product, where it's an item that's typically not battery powered, but you need a battery powered one. And this could be for 1,000 different uses, okay? I knew when I looked at it, I knew it was that, I knew it was niche, and I knew this was probably a much, much newer model of something like this. Because I've owned several that didn't work, mostly because I'd buy them at the bins. Just wanting a mobile printer because I've had camper vans and I've wanted to be able to do stuff on the go. but I always had the older ones. And so looking at this, instantly realizing it was battery powered and that it was way newer, I knew it was gonna be something that was probably sought after. Now, probably very difficult to sell online. I'll have to rigorously test it. Printers have a lot of moving parts. It's not the kind of thing you typically want to ship. It's much smaller than a typical printer. You saw how small it was in my hands. I got my giant printer here, more than a foot across, and it's more than 2 feet that way. Weighs a ton. And people do still sell that kind of thing online. I did not want to mess with it. So if I'm realistically only gonna get 100 out of that printer, or 150, I probably won't sell it. If I do all of the diligence and I could potentially get 300 out of it, I probably will sell it. But man, my bus needs a printer. I'm hoping it's got ink cartridges in it that work. If I will say, printer wise, HP's my least favorite printer company. They definitely have the more nefarious methods of selling things to trap you in ecosystems and not allow you to use cheaper recycled inks, which I want to do. So I like to use Canon printers because they're not in the ink business like HP, like Lexmark. And so you can very often get away with cheaper inks and stuff, which I do, way, way cheaper. $150 for proprietary, $17 for aftermarket, right? Not typically the case with HP. Depends on the age range of the printer. So I don't know about that, but I'm gonna look into it. I'm really into printing stuff. I know a lot about printers. I can work on them. So good find for me. I was the right one to find that for sure. I tend to get a little too talky when we go for the dog walks, but I got a bunch of little things I'm thinking about. But in thinking about things like this, man, I just really want to run again. I want to try it. And if it doesn't work for my bones and my joints, I'll stop before it goes too far. And man, I'd really like to top the 10 miles that I ran when I was like 23, 24. But I don't know. I still feel able. I've done some really active sporting things recently, playing basketball with kids and stuff like this. And I still just feel able. I gotta be careful, you know, to stretch before and stuff, but like as far as stamina goes, I still got it. So I'd like to use it while I do and get into that. Thoughts on that? Comment below. Talk me into it, talk me out of it, I don't know. Another thing I've been thinking about, I can't remember. Let me think about it. Another thing I was thinking about, just in case anyone has a baby coming, I get the most comments pertaining to JJ about his cuteness and how happy he is. But the second most comments I get are about this stroller. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. It's unreasonably expensive. However, I do see them at yard sales and stuff. 50 bucks, stuff like that. So in case anyone was thinking about getting one, it'll save your back, you know, because you don't have to get anything out of the back of your car. That's all in one. It folds up and goes into a quick release in the back car seat. It's very useful. However, almost all the negative reviews on the thing, on Amazon, etc., are about how hot it makes your baby. So, you know, if your baby's gonna be born at just the right time, that it's the winter or something, you know, it might not be such a big deal. But I've had parents that were really talked into it because they saw me with one and they liked it and they liked the thought of it. But then they read the reviews about how bad it is making a baby hot, that they talk themselves out of it. So I just thought I'd say that because I do get a lot of comments about the stroller and a lot in public and on YouTube. And I don't know, just look into it for yourself. It's never been too huge of a problem for him, definitely on the hottest of days. His backside will be a little sweaty, but he's also a big giant sweaty boy like me anyway, so it's hard for me to hold him sometimes when it's really hot because we start cooking each other. But just in case, that's TENDO's product reviews. I honestly couldn't live without the thing though. What do you think? You need a cart to be pulled in? But other than that, the printer, man, the printer was an awesome find. I hope it works. It's got a little smudginess on it. I'm gonna get home and plug it up first thing for sure. I've also got something extra special arriving today. I've mentioned this before, and I do a bad job of this, and over the years I'd have done way better with this if I was just better at remembering things. Like, last thing I thought of to talk about, this is kind of important. I got something coming in the mail today, okay? Very excited to get home for that. It's another printer of sorts, so very fitting for today's video. And I bought it with some credits that I had. And this is really frustrating because the credits that I have, basically, I put links below this video, and there's disclaimers down there explaining this, that if you click on some of the links below and buy stuff via my links, I do get a kickback. A lot of creators do this, and I'm just big enough a creator that like Amazon and places like this will let me do it. So I'm able to get this printer that I'm going to use for my antique malls and stuff. The thing I need to bitch about is really just me being problematic, me being me. My memory's not always the greatest. So like, I have this little label printer that I know for sure dozens of you guys need. And everyone, you know, the people are always asking how they can help out around the channel, and using these links below is one of those. So once a year, every now and then, I can use some of these credits to buy something nice off of Amazon, eBay, etc. And I forget, I'm a dummy. I think once I've put the link for this little label printer that we use at antique malls in my description. I need to permanently put it there, because when I permanently put something I use every day, once or twice a month, one of you guys will actually buy it because you need it, because you see me use it. So for sure today, if there's not a link in my description under this video for that label printer, fire up my comments, because I'm probably not going to remember. Because I'm walking right now thinking about my video that's live right now from yesterday, and I talked all about it. Guess what link I didn't post? I'm a dummy, I know. I'm out of breath now because this dog is pulling me. I think he's ready to go to the bathroom. She's ready to go to the bathroom. All right, put the camera away. Okay, I bought myself a cold one so I can get through this. Kind of what I've been thinking is, and what I've been thinking for a long time, is I want my live streams to start having as much to do with creativity and making stuff as they currently have to do with video games. Video games was always the easy way in. Play with friends. Right, but it's impossible to play video games 24/7. I can't sit there that long. I've been doing it. It's giving me shoulder problems. I want to be more active. I want to keep doing it. I want to keep playing Minecraft and Fortnite with my friends. But since I started this, I really thought, well, how can I get back to doing that creative stuff that I had the most fun making reels and shorts and that stuff with, but not really do it the same way, because it wasn't gonna last the way I was doing it, which is just making a reel or a short every day out of one item. So what I think is, if I stream for several hours doing creative projects, there's more of you that are into that kind of thing that will come for that content. It'll help me keep making content, and then I can cut that stuff up into shorts. That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm planning on going live here in a couple hours. Huge Minecraft event type thing we're doing. A bunch of us getting on and doing some cool stuff. And I would like to have this 3D printer running over here and have a camera attached to it where we cut back and forth and check the progress, and just start infusing my live streams with some of this creative stuff. I mean, I really would like to get to the point where when you guys think of the live streams, you don't really even think video games as much as you think the creative stuff. I'm not gonna stop playing video games. I'm having too much fun doing it, but it's just where I am, and this was one of the big steps. Because last time I had 3D printers and I was making stuff for the toy store on a different channel and making stuff for that, I never found a good way. I was in too big of a hurry, had too much to do to ever really show stuff off to y'all. But I've got crazy stuff I want to make. Costume stuff, just tools, you name it. So it's here, it's time. I have put 4 of this exact 3D printer together in my lifetime. I'm wondering if I can't do it this time without instructions. I'll have the instructions at the ready, but I'm also not gonna sit here and film the whole thing because it's probably an hour-and-a-half process, and y'all don't need to see all that. I should put it together on live stream, which I'm half tempted to do, but the setup for doing that would take me as long to set up right now as it would. But for my antique malls, I'd love to get some Pokemons, you know, the magic, the usual suspects. Like a chicken sandwich, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying. Throw something at Reed's bedroom window. You know what's hilarious? Have I said that on stream before? Literally, I'm on the top floor. There's like a a space in between the building. I can see his window out there. I should start chucking stuff at it. That'd be hilarious. Okay, I did end up going live and building this 3D printer on a live stream. I wasn't gonna do it. I get real scared of the amount of camera setup work it takes to go live, but I did it because this is exactly what I've been needing to do. I want to do more live streams on this channel with creative stuff and inevitably really make part of my routine because I'm playing video games every night on Twitch. I need to do creative stuff, and I think the motivation to do it needs to be I'll live stream it once a week sometime when I'm ready to, when I have the tools, when I've acquired the stuff. And then after that live stream, after you guys hang out here, then the after party will be playing video games over on Twitch. And that went really well last night. I ended up doing it. I just did it. But I did not get this 3D printer working in a way where I could, on my live streams, go back and check on it. Like, I plan on, while we're streaming video games and stuff, whatever I'm doing, always having this on in the background and checking the progress. But there was a sensor back here that fell out of its housing and broke, and I had to sand it down to change some tolerances to make it work again, and that's working fine now. But then I also haven't got a good print yet because this bed has a catch in it when it moves, and I've just retensioned all the pulleys, and I think we're there. And you're not gonna really know because I need to finish this video because I need to go meet my brother. So tomorrow's video will probably, hopefully, be me running my first prints on this thing, because right now it's doing test calibrations and everything seems to be working fine. I'm watching it like a hawk while I should be editing the video you're watching, but that's where we're at. I need you guys to do me a favor and sub to the Twitch channel and the Shark TENDO Gaming channel below, because there's a very specific way when I get all this right, they'll all go together, and you know, it'll make sense to put some of that content on those other things. And if you just sub to those, follow those, and have the notifications turned on, you'll know what's going on. Extra big thanks to you guys that did come for the live stream putting this together. We ended up having 10 gifted subs over on the Twitch channel, which is a huge deal for me, so thanks for that, guys. But I do post daily videos on this channel, so I'll either see you here tomorrow or I'll see you over on the Twitch, etc., etc. Either way, guys, until I see you, peace out. Oh, and by the way, the little printer that I bought at Goodwill today, I still haven't tested it. I've spent way too much of my focus on this, but I will soon, and I really am working towards doing some stuff with my bus, so at some point, I'll have a box full of things to take there. Anyways, bye.